I recently did a video on the signs that you can look out for to know that a person is wounded. If you are yet to watch it, check it out. And for this video, it's a follow-up. I want to tell you the steps that you can take once you realize that your person is wounded. The first step is to evaluate yourself to know whether you are ready to do the work that is needed for you to help that person. This is extremely important because many people who have wounds, they actually don't acknowledge it, or they are not ready to push themselves towards the healing journey. So if it's a person that you love and you really want to help them, you would really want to determine if you are ready to put in the work that is needed to encourage them and do all the things that I'm going to explain later. But it is important. This step is actually important because it can be draining trying to help a person who is not really, who doesn't have the insight that they have a problem, or who are not the ones who discovered that they have an issue. So you want to know and ask yourself, am I ready for the work that is needed to help this person? And then now you proceed. So the next step is to tell the person in a loving, caring, and non-judgmental manner. It is extremely important, just like we say in all contexts of relationships. If you want your relationship to last long, you have to teach yourself to tell the other person something that is not so desirable, but you say it in a nice way. And this also applies when you're telling a person, I really think there is a problem here that you may need to address. So it is extremely important that you are not judgmental. So you will not try to show them like they are to blame for their problem, because as we all know, some of the wounds that people sustain, whether it's from childhood wounds or from past relationships, it has nothing to do with what they wanted. It is not something that they desired. For those who have watched my story or who have seen my story somewhere, I also went through some childhood wounds. It was not something that I would have wanted for myself. And so because we are saying these are also humans and they deserve love, you don't want to make a person feel guilty for whatever befell them, including when it is because of a relationship they were in before you met. So you tell a person in a way that shows love, that the reason why you are telling them that they seem to have an issue they need to address, you are telling them because you love them and you want your relationship to be better. Also, you have to be caring. So show care in everything that you are going to tell the person. Show them that you really care about them. That is the other reason why you want them to get help. And be non-judgmental, like I've mentioned. Don't even show them as if your past mistakes in the relationship are because of them. You be objective. You can tell them because of the wounds they have contributed, but you don't be subjective. Don't tell them it is because of them. Show them, be objective and say it is because of the wounds, and you really feel that once the wounds are addressed, your relationship is going to improve. So that is the approach to take as you're telling the person. So the third step is that offer to accompany the person for therapy. You know, people underestimate the power of accompanying a person as they go for therapy. You know, I've been in a clinical setting for almost a year, and if there is something that I've noted is that many people are not brought in by their friends or even by their family. I see most people who come for help, most of them, they will come alone, unless it's a junior who has to be accompanied by their parents. You find a good number, significant number of them, they come alone for therapy, and you know, it can't be a lonely journey. And considering you are the person who opened the eyes of this person and told them that they seem to have an issue that they need to be to be addressed, you really want to give the person that emotional and physical support, being there for them. Taking a person for therapy can really play a huge part in their recovery journey. So whether you are going to see a psychologist in a government hospital or in a private practice, just accompany this person. Be there for them. Show them that you are willing to support them through the journey. And that is going to play a huge role in their recovery. And by the way, this is why I told you that you need to know whether you are ready to put in the work, because there may be times when you'll have to skip work because they have a schedule, they have an appointment, and you want to accompany them. And at some point, you may need to actually help them with the financial part of the recovery journey, because they may not have the finances that are needed to cater for the psychological services, and you may want to support them in this manner. So again, maybe at this point I should mention that it has to be a relationship that you are really interested in, a relationship that you really want to work, a relationship that you are ready to invest in, so that you can do all these things that I'm telling you, because if it's a person who doesn't really deserve your emotional investment, your financial investment, you may not really want to do all the things that I'm explaining, unless you want to just do it as part of humanity. So make sure it's a person that you really love and care about, for you to be able and willing to put in all the work, all the effort, and all the resources that are needed. The next step that you can make is give the person time to process what you have told them. Yes, extremely important. Many people who come to my inbox tell me that I have this lover or I have this relative. Mostly it's relatives, by the way. We have told him that he seems to have a mental issue that needs to be addressed, but they have refused. They have refused to go for therapy. They have refused that they have a problem in the first place. And so you don't want to nag the person, because remember, at the end of the day, the person may choose that if you have an issue with how I am, if you really feel that I'm too wounded, I should not be in this relationship, then it's okay, I'm going to quit the relationship. So you don't want to nag a person. You don't want to make them feel like you're taking over and taking control over their mental well-being. Remember all the time we say that your self-care, your mental illness is your responsibility and it's your business. So don't nag the person. Once you have explained to them what you believe the issue is, what you believe can be done to help the person, and also the steps that you believe will work for them and that you are willing to support them, then give them time to think over the issue. No nagging, and especially men really hate nagging. So if you nag him, he is going to leave you. Give them time to think about it, to reflect on it. And because you have offered to take them for therapy, once they are ready and willing to go for the help, they will come to you and tell you that it's time, that I'm ready for this. You should continually evaluate the commitment of the person to the process of healing. The reason why it is actually the last point is because it carries the weight of all the others. So this is a person that you have offered to help, to support. You are going to put in your investment, your emotional investment, your financial investment, your time, your energy. You really want to make sure that your input is going where it is appreciated. Because if a person is not really committed to the journey, you may do so much but in vain. And then you come and tell me, I really did this or the other and did all this, but the person never recovered. So actually the commitment of the person to the recovery process, the discipline to go for appointments wherever they are needed to go for appointments, their enthusiasm to get better, that is very important. Their enthusiasm to get better, because it's actually a key ingredient for success in therapy. So it has to be a person who is enthusiastic. If they are given homework by their therapist, because we usually give people homeworks, if they are given homeworks, then it should be a person who is willing and ready to do the homework, no complaining, but actually eager to learn more about their condition. Then you make sure that it's a person who is looking forward to getting better, doing what it takes, so that your effort doesn't go to waste. So evaluate the commitment of the person constantly. Remind him. You may need to remind him time and again that this is really important for you. It is really important for our relationship. Again, you say it in a way that you are not nagging, but you make sure that you say it. So over time, you realize that the person will actually show if they are really interested in the recovery journey, or it is you who is interested, and you don't want to be going through a journey that you're actually the only one who is interested in it. So those are some of the things that you can do to help you with a person once you realize that they are wounded. Most importantly, you have to always remember that the healing journey, it is a person's responsibility. So again, even as you're supporting them, make sure you are not taking over the entire process. As you're supporting them, make sure that they are doing the part that they are needed to do. Because if you are the one pushing them, they may actually pretend that they are committed and everything just to please you. So give support, but don't overdo it. Let the person take the responsibility for their healing. I wish you all the best, and as usual, you may contact me if you need help with some of these things, and I'll be glad to offer my help. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly do. This means so much for me. Be blessed.